She's a little sensitive, ain't it?
Yeah.
Clap it up for the Lord. Clap it up for the school. Commander John YAHANNA, captains, officers, brothers and sisters, and most of all, you. We're here at the Jersey School, I.S.U.P.K, no cowards. You can find us online. We got classes Sunday and Monday. Class switch up when we get to a building. I want to switch up again. But be here every week, tune in, see what's going on in the world, in your life, and how to fix things that's going on in your world and in life. This week, what we got this week in the news? Marcel, I know you be watching the news all the time. What you got?
Oh man, we got something. We got some everything in the news. We got the tall giant that they traded for that for somebody that's going.
So giants do exist.
But this giant ain't from Genesis.
Okay.
You know what I mean? This right here, you know, this sister, you know what I mean? They traded this tall sister for somebody that could potentially put a hole in the earth.
Right.
That we're gonna regret later on.
They traded her. They traded Brittany Griner, what they call BG for some damn reason. BG stand for big, right? They traded her for somebody named the Merchant of Death.
Right.
Good night.
Right.
It makes me think it was a setup from the beginning.
Calm.
It was a whole setup from the beginning. This is all staged. The only person that didn't know what was going on was the LGBTQ member, BG. She didn't know what was happening, but Putin said, "You know what? I know how to get my main man free.
Right.
Let me snatch up BG, put her in a concentration camp. What they call that? A work camp? What kind of camp they call that?
Yes, it's a colonial camp.
A colonial camp. What did they big big rocks and the little rocks?
Yeah.
That's what they had to do.
Chain gang.
Chain gang.
Right.
Heard they had to make iPhones and shit. Salaki. That's our sister. We glad she home. But they traded her for somebody called the Merchant of Death. Go ahead.
If I may, sir, he's also he is or was an arms trafficker, a Russian arms trafficker. His name is Victor Bout.
Right.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Victor Bout, the Merchant of Death. Millions are going to die because he got set free. Let's think about that for a second. Millions are going to die because they traded him for somebody who could barely dunk. That was the trade. The trade was when she's on a fast break, she give you an exciting layup. But this guy here, he is going to kill millions, thousands, if not millions. He's definitely going to kill thousands. Go ahead.
You want to know what's heavy about this, sir? Putin told, you know, they got a U.S. Marine there that's been held captive for over some years now. Right. And this right here is what's going to make these Edomites lose their mind. They're already losing their mind because they trying to figure out, okay, so we got a Marine that's been held there for years. Right. She's been held for a couple of months. Right. And let her, and she got set free before the Marine. WNBA player.
That lets you know that the country don't give a damn about your service. They say thank you for your service. Like I'm a veteran. They tell me thank me for my service, but you really don't give a damn about me because if I was stuck in a jail somewhere in Chechnya, y'all wouldn't give a damn about me. Go ahead.
Right.
9 out of 10, he done took out many troops on their side.
Oh yeah.
Probably destroyed buildings, stuff that deserves the Purple Heart, Medal of Valor, and stuff like that. But yet they want to trade for an LGBTQ member.
Yeah.
To be political for somebody that makes bombs from scratch.
I thought he was an arms trader.
No, he's an arms trader, but he creates bombs from scratch.
Okay.
That's a lot. So he targeted Americans too.
So, yeah. Damn.
I mean, he's targeted. That's what he was talking about on Fox News.
Yeah.
This is what made them arrest him, because he was targeting Americans, and that big wars that was going on in Africa.
He was behind
So he was supplying them the weapons to go to war.
Which is the arms dealer part, but he knows.
Raise your hand. Raise your hand. The gun.
Yeah, if I may, sir. His name is Paul Whelan, age 52, is a Marine turned corporate security executive who was convicted of espionage and is serving a 16-year sentence in Russia.
That's a death sentence in Russia. First of all, you got all the thugs.
Right.
All the thugs in jail over there in Russia. Russian thugs is different. The Russian thugs is way different from the white boys down the block from you or around the corner. They way different. Go ahead.
So like what I was saying was that he, you know, he served arms to both sides, and then for his own country, he's creating bombs, plotting on everybody that move wrong or act up.
Right. So he actually don't. He don't have just one side he's fighting on. He goes wherever the money's at, basically, or wherever the conflict is, wherever he can make $1 off of. That's where he is. And America traded Brittany Griner for this guy. Go ahead.
So if I may, pretty much he's a spy.
Yeah.
You know?
Double agent, damn near.
God,
Yeah.
a spy for hire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
If I may, technically, he's a quadruple spy.
You know,
and a quadruple double agent, because he double crosser.
Right.
And Putin said, let a missile fly over here. That's what he said. He said, all right, yeah, okay. Let one missile fly over here. You're going to see nuclear war.
Right.
That's what you're going to see. Now play with me if you want to. That's what I just heard. Now, sometimes I can't believe, like, they'll have him talking on the news, and what he's saying, I don't speak Russian, so I don't know exactly what he's saying. So when they're interpreting it, he said, basically, I'm not playing with y'all. I will blow this place to smithereens. I don't know that he's actually saying that, so you can't really trust. Of course, our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks.
That's right.
So you know he will deceive you in a heartbeat. So you don't know if Putin actually said that. But in the caption, it said, "I will blow this thing up." Play with me if you want to. Okay, go ahead.
Salaki, sir. This right here is what you may be talking about. I mean, Vladimir Putin sends nuclear threat after Ukraine reportedly gets the green light from the U.S. to launch drone strikes in Russia following attacks on Ukrainian cities. Putin sends warning after U.S. gives Ukraine green light for the drone strikes in Russia. The Pentagon has changed track following Russian attacks on Ukrainian cities. One source in Putin's circle said last night the situation can easily go nuclear.
Can go nuclear. First of all, they're already using nuclear weapons in small amounts.
Right.
They're using it in small. That's what small amounts. They're using it in small amounts. I was listening to the news some time ago, and they were saying Putin was saying that. What did he say? Something about some word that they use with nuclear weapons used in small portions. They say like if they're attacking a tank or something like that, or a tank squadron, that they'll send not like a whole bomb over there, but they'll send like a portion of depleted uranium. And go ahead.
Trace amounts.
They use depleted uranium to put in the tip of these bombs or these missiles or whatever and attack people. So we're actually in nuclear war, but it's not in a big scale like we think it is, like Hiroshima or Nagasaki or something like that. What this white man is trying to kill everybody. That's what he's trying to do. And which white man I'm talking about? You pick one. Biden. I don't know the Ukrainian guy's name. I forget his name. They all gonna try to kill everybody. So, like, what was you saying? how the scripture go, you can't straighten with the Most High made crooked.
Oh, yeah,
The Most High made the white man crooked. He made him crooked. He made Esau crooked, and you cannot fix him.
Right.
Christians had you thinking you can fix him. You can you preach to him and lay hands on him and sing and speak in tongues, and that is not going to fix the devil. The devil is who he is. Who had a question?
If I may, sir.
Go ahead.
I just want to add the president of Ukraine, his name is Vladimir Zelensky.
Vladimir Zelensky, Vladimir. That's a Russian name if ever. Yeah. They brothers and they out here trying to kill each other.
Right.
Wipe each other off the map. Anybody need questions and comments? Concerns? No? What else we got in the news? We got that, the merchant of death. Let's give a hand for Captain Tazariak at I.S.U.P.K. I'm the Commander John YAHANNA for securing some type of interview. I don't know how he did it, but it's paid to know people. He got an interview with Kanye West, formerly known as Kanye West. His name is Ye now. He got an interview with him. I didn't get a chance to check it out, but y'all should be able to check it out on Clubhouse or YouTube or something. Just follow ISUPK.com online classes, or check out Captain Tazariak's page on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Right. And you should be able to catch some snippets of the interview. I don't know where you can find it at. I guess you could pay for it. I don't know. I'll figure it out how to listen to it. I really don't like Clubhouse like that because I don't like to hear people talking in circles. So I tried Clubhouse. I was on there I was actually on there for a minute waiting for my turn to talk. And I got on there. The man let me speak. And I went on there, said a couple words, and he muted me and put me down at the bottom with the rest of the people. And I felt so hurt. I felt so devastated. Like, how you just gonna do me? How you gonna silence me like that? And it was my turn to talk. I didn't say nothing out of pocket. But he just didn't like the fact that I was on Captain Tazariak's side. He didn't like that. And he muted me. And I was like, I was done with Clubhouse ever since then.
Right.
I was finished with it. I only recently got back on it because Oscar Ayala told me to get on there and listen to something Cap was talking about. And I got on there, I listened, and that's that. But I'm not about to sit here and listen to people talk around in circles and never come to a conclusion. That's what I.S.U.P.K. gives you, conclusions, right? Answers. Black people just want to be upset. That's all we want to do. We want to be upset and never get to a solution. What else we got? Oh, make sure I'm reading this right. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna send it to all of you. Hold on a second. I'm gonna send it to all of you. Give me 1 minute. There's one. There's two. And that's three. Phone's on mute. They got something out here in these streets nowadays called, I'm gonna get the headline. Whoever get that article that I sent you, please read the title. And give me some feeling on it too, folks.
Come. Oh.
Got it.
Come. Great death.
Great what?
Great death.
Great death. It's COVID-19.
The powerful street drug that's puzzling authorities.
Great. It's a street drug called Great Death.
Mm. Looks like that.
Please keep reading.
Come. A new drug called Great Death has been linked to a handful of lethal overdoses in the South, but no one knows exactly what's in it or where it's coming from.
Okay.
The drug, a mix of opioids, can kill in very small doses and looks like concrete mixing powder.
Concrete mix. You Negroes is out here snorting and shooting concrete mixing powder in a bag.
Damn.
Somebody you go looking for your normal, your dealer ain't got your normal stuff that he gives to you.
Right.
He can give you, say, I got something better.
Right.
And he shows you a bag that like it got concrete powder in it. And you go home, do whatever it is a drug addict does with this type of stuff right here. I can tell you what you do with it. You put it in a spoon and heat it up, or you snort it. I don't know what you're doing with it, but you're doing something.
Right.
I'm stuck on concrete mixing powder. I'm stuck on that. Keep reading.
Come. Where I hear about something new like Great Death, my first thought is there some new novel compound where we haven't discovered yet? Said Donna Lula, director of forensic chemistry at Cayman Chemical, a biotechnological company that works with federal and state crime labs to identify unknown street drugs. Over the past 4 months.
Stop. It's an unknown street drug.
Right.
Keep reading.
Over the past 4 months, Georgia police have seized about 50 batches of Great Death statewide, with Metro Atlanta being a major hotspot.
Slocky. 50 batches. They ain't say keys. They ain't say, ounces, bricks. The batches.
Mm-hmm.
What's a batch?
Could be a pot worth, a bag worth.
Somebody was just they got to them before.
Yeah, it was distributed.
Yeah, before it was. Go ahead. So go ahead.
The drug has also started popping up in Alabama, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. State and local officials confirmed.
So Metro, the hot spot is Atlanta, then Alabama, then Ohio, Pennsylvania. Please keep reading.
Come. Because ingredients change from sample to sample, each batch of Great Death is a mystery right down to its signature color.
So they can't get they can't home in on it. It's basically it's up to the person that has this that's mixing it. He's mixing it however he wants to mix it. My recipe is 20 grams of this and 3 grams of that, and mix it together. Because at the beginning it says it's a mixture of opioids.
Right.
That's what it said.
Right.
So they take heroin, fentanyl, and this stuff.
Right.
And you can't get a beat on the actual recipe.
Right.
It's nothing that they're following. They're not following. Keep going.
Come. To this date, I have no idea what makes it gray, said Deneen Kilcrease, a forensic chemist.
A forensic chemist. She don't know.
Dang.
The oppressor is the goddamn devil.
That's right.
So, because this is only coming from one place. Black people ain't somewhere. Blacks and Hispanics ain't somewhere making Great Death. Go ahead.
It's like, it could be a mixture of drywall and cake mix.
It could be that.
We know.
Right. And concrete mix.
Fentanyl.
And concrete mix with a little fentanyl. They take a concrete mix because it weighs so much and selling it as if it's drugs.
Damn.
Salaki. Who had their hand up?
I just wanted to say it's a concoction of multiple drugs.
Come on.
And that compound is like a cut. I guess to like stretch it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's a powerful drug. That's a hell of a drug.
It was a hell of a drug.
Hell of a drug.
We didn't even get down to the meat of this thing yet. To what I actually wanted you to cover. This is the point to this whole thing. Keep going.
A forensic chemist with the Georgia Bureau of Investigation Crime Lab. Nothing in all and of itself should be that color.
Nothing. They don't know. They don't know what the makeup of this is, how it got to that color. I've sold drugs before. I never sold dope before, so I can't tell you. I don't. You can say dope right here. I couldn't tell you what it is because I don't know what color it's supposed to be.
Right.
She said what?
Nothing in and of itself should be that color.
She said, I see all the drugs.
Yeah, I seen it. Keep reading.
Come. Investigators have found a variety of opioids in great depth samples. Designer drug 4-4 U-47700. Heroin.
Say it. You give it to me slow. Pause.
Designer drug U-47700. Heroin.
Listen on. Investigators have found a variety of opioids in great depth samples.
Right.
Give it to me from right there.
Come. Investigators have found a variety of opioids in great depth samples.
Right.
Designer drug U-47700. Heroin. Fentanyl.
Right.
And fentanyl-like molecules. Because each drug is present in such low concentrations, some of them may not show up on tests, Kilcrease said. These chemicals are all very potent and very deadly in isolation. But in the wrong hands, that's a fast-track route to the morgue, Lula said. There has been several overdoses and overdose-related deaths across Georgia and Alabama linked to great death.
Now, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans aren't going to want what they normally be getting high off of anymore. I've heard that if somebody dies off what you gave them, people all of a sudden come to get what you got. Like whatever it was that killed that man or killed Raheem, now all of a sudden people want that.
Right.
I don't get it. That's part of the game I never understood. Go ahead.
Back a while back, we had some drug hit the street. I'm trying to remember the name. I think it was a form of either cocaine or dope or heroin. And it killed some people in the neighborhood. And other junkies found out about it and they went flying to go cop it. And their first line that they said was, he couldn't handle it. I could handle it.
He can't handle it.
Right.
It killed him, but it won't kill me. I gotta try that.
Right.
And that's the mindset that the junkies have. They like, I've been doing this and this for this many years. That ain't gonna kill me. I'm sure it won't. I don't know if anybody remember. There was a movie with DMX, and there was a video that he did. And in the video, he took some scrapers off a battery, off the hood. He lifted up a hood of a car and took some battery scrapings, and he gave it and he sold the bag to this chick. She thought it was dope, and she sniffed it and died. I'm trying to remember the name of the music video.
Okay.
It was either a music video or it was a movie or a song. I remember seeing video. He was like, all right, I'm gonna get you. I got something for you. And he bagged up a nice little bag of that car battery sprinkles, and she set that thing and died right there, right on the kitchen table, right in front of her child.
Keep reading, please.
Come. There have been several overdoses and overdose-related deaths across Georgia and Alabama linked to great death. A report from the Gulf Coast high-intensity drug trafficking area said toxicology and autopsy results are still pending for Georgia cases, Kilcrease says.
They don't know. All right. Okay. All right. Where's this stuff coming from? I mean, it's not really even a question anymore. We know where it's coming from, but at the same time, where is it coming from?
Right.
We all know the drug cartels down there in Mexico and El Salvador and South America and Central America. We know they exist. You know, they're pumping all of it. But where'd you get great death at?
Right.
Great death don't grow on
Right.
tree.
Right.
The coca leaf plant, you use a plant that grows, or you can start cultivating it yourself and do whatever process it is to get cocaine.
Right.
Right.
Gray death. What plant does this come from? Or what race does it come from? Go ahead.
The question is, does it even come from a plant? It could have just been chemical compounds that they put together
Right.
and said, ain't nobody in the street gonna have this.
Yeah, nobody got this.
And they just whipped it up and said, it's great. I'm gonna kill the streets with this. Ain't nobody gonna come out with
Ain't nobody
this.
got great stuff.
Right.
Nobody got great death. I got great death.
Right.
Like, I've seen guys whip up crack cocaine and put food coloring in it to change the color. Purple, red, green.
Purple crack.
Come.
And niggas is
I
so
know purple personally back in the world.
people are looking for that.
That did that. Yeah.
Go ahead, Mom, sir.
Yeah, it's some type of Edomite mad scientist that's behind this. I remember before, you know what I mean, an old person had told me, you know what I mean, that he was a chemist.
Yeah.
And he was cooking up. He said that he cooked up most of the drugs for the dealers in Patterson, right? And he told me like this. He said, "Yeah, so they'll give me some heroin, and soon, right? They give me some heroin, and I have a batch of heroin going. And as soon as they got the batch of heroin going, I had a little bit of crack, and then I just throw some methamphetamine on it. So here it is. They dig it, they nodding out for the heroin, but then I got the meth and the crack coming in there. So they on the upper, a downer, and they sideways.
That's taking them everywhere.
Ain't goddamn time.
That's not what they paid for.
Right.
They did not pay for that.
God,
They paid for this.
Yeah, they paid for that, and you gave them this.
All over the place.
And then you wonder why they go kill every goddamn body,
Right.
Yeah,
because you gave them some stuff that they did not ask for.
putting all kinds of demons on.
Keep reading.
Come. Two of the men who overdosed were in Auburn, Alabama, according to the report. One man injected the drug and another snorted it.
Okay, so it's two different. They went through two different alleys: snorting and injection. Keep reading.
When the fourth drug user passed out,
The fourth, I thought it was two.
the other man tried to resuscitate him before overdosing himself, the report said.
Oh, so while he was high, he was trying to get him right, and then he ended up passing out off of the same drug.
Damn.
The article just said, yeah.
He tried to help the other guy.
He went down first
overdosed.
because he injected it. The man that snorted it took a little longer.
Right.
And while he was trying to do some BS CPR, he went on the knot on the. It's a lot. It's a lot. Go ahead.
Because lab tests may pick up only one ingredient, like heroin or fentanyl, there may be other overdoses from great death that we don't know about, Kilcrease said, but there is no way of knowing for sure. Georgia has confirmed 6 deaths from U-47700 and 12 deaths from fentanyl this year.
So they got they called it something different.
Fentanyl. I don't know how to pronounce that.
It's not great death anymore.
Fentanyl.
It's fentanyl.
Damn.
That's the name of it.
Sounds
U-4
yeah.
770.
So
7700. Keep going.
Come. You can throw anything in a baggie and call it great death, Lula said. It's going to constantly vary, and it's going to keep the chemists and the medical examiners on their toes. A grayish form of gravel, like heroin, has been reported in multiple regions since 2012. The U.S. Drug and DEA said, but that concoction did not contain U-47700, commonly known as pink.
Oh, it's pink now. Here's some news for you. Your drug dealer don't know what the hell he's selling.
Right.
You want to know why? Because I was that drug dealer that didn't know what the hell I was selling.
Right.
I would go get Molly, and the Molly would be one week it'd be pink. Next week it'd be white like sugar. The week after that it'd be crystallized. I would have to take it and break it up, and then the next week it'll be brown. Guess what I did? Bagged it up, sold it. I wasn't using it, so it didn't matter to me. But all people did was, yo, what was that? The same stuff I've been having. I'm lying because it come out different color every damn week. Yo, hold on, let me get this off. Yo, dealer is putting Great Death, is sprinkling a little bit of Great Death on that weed.
Right.
He's making his own pills and he's putting Great Death in there. It would make sense for you to stop using drugs now.
Right.
Right.
Unless you like looking like a dopehead or a crack addict or a heroin addict. If you like the way, in my job, I see a lot of people in the neighborhood. Our people in the neighborhood, and we terrible. Right? I see all kinds of addicts all the time, and it brings my spirits down when I see them. Stop being a goddamn junkie.
Right.
Because your dealer don't know what the hell he's selling. And he's only trying to make profits. So if his stuff ain't moving like Raheem's is moving, he gonna put a little bit of Great Death on it.
Right.
It only makes sense if you're in that game.
Sure indeed.
Go ahead.
Like, even Cat Williams tried to make light of it in his comedy special, but it's so true. He was like, these drug dealers ain't giving out memos and nothing. Like, he said, this is getting stronger every week. Sitting there smoking some stuff that had me looking at my refrigerator for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, he was making people laugh, but he was dead serious when he said it. Like, even when it comes down to marijuana, they putting stuff. I found that they was putting fentanyl in the weed. Like,
yeah.
Good night. Like, as if they can't cultivate and grow it to be more. I mean, for those that's in the world that do that,
Yeah.
I
was gonna go to that next. I was going to that next. You finished?
Yes.
Go ahead, Marcel.
So yeah, I mean, these damn teenagers, man, they look older than 70-year-olds.
Yeah, they do.
They about 17, 18 years old and missing teeth. They smoking that fentanyl with that Great Death on it.
The Great Death.
They standing out there and they panhandling. And they panhandling at 17 and 18.
Right.
I mean, I'm like, the whole life ahead of you. I was 17. Like, you got some change? You got those 17-year-olds begging, panhandling the back of my day.
Right.
Go ahead, Slack.
If I may, sir.
It's open. There you go, Slack.
Go around, so we ain't gotta open
up. This is garbage.
If I may, sir, there was a word back in the days called lacing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just escalated. You know what I'm saying? So now we have this gray, what's it called again?
Great Death.
Great Death.
Feral fentanyl.
Feral fentanyl, right? So back in the 90s, early 2000s, I remember we used to lace.
Hold on, that's mine.
Yeah.
Nah. You got an extra headpiece?
Oh,
that's not even a headpiece, that's a reach.
Yeah, reach. Check my bag.
So out here, y'all. You not tired, Misha?
I mean, I watched those stuff, but I still don't know.
That means no.
I ain't even gonna act like I don't know shit.
You gotta. We're gonna do a Mitri tying class one day. We're gonna do it at the beginning of the class.
Because as the general would say, I don't know shit. Leave it at that.
So,
So yeah, sir. Back in the days, we used to lace the weed with Alizé.
oh yeah.
You know, I remember one time I used to sell weed. I remember buying pounds and it had like flies, like dead flies, insects.
Now tell me about this. Yeah,
God,
I've never heard of that.
no,
That's
yeah, God. They would say like even urine. Some Jamaicans piss.
Piss on weed.
Mm.
You
Smoking
Negroes
DNA.
is smoking a nigga's piss,
God.
and wonder why your breath can't get right.
God.
Go ahead.
I was watching.
I've never heard of that. So why?
I was watching the clip from $1 Million Worth of Game, and Wallow said something with Gilly, and he said, "Hey, remember back in the day when you used to smoke them Rambos?" And my man in the interview was like, "What's that?" He was like, "Yeah, when you put weed, dust, and crack in the blunt." I said, "Oh snap! Gilly was smoking a Rambo."
Yeah.
He
And
was
crack.
like, "You just wanted to hit it, but you was too young." He was like, "I go to contact." Wow.
Negroes smoking crack and weed, and you call them a crackhead, they'll get upset.
Right.
But
I mean, sir, you remember lacing the blunt with embalming fluid?
I do remember that.
Elephant tranquilizer or something
It does.
like that. That's what it
What
was.
do you call it?
It was an elephant tranquilizer.
Elephant tranquilizer. Damn, you
To
never
put an elephant to sleep.
I remember jokers doing that. Embalming fluid.
Embalming fluid.
Go ahead.
That's where you get the dust from. They call it the BD. They put the embalming fluid on the marijuana. They dry it out, and it look like some dried up mint leaves or whatever. And they break it up, sell it in a bag. They drop another little piece of embalming fluid, and that's where the wet bags be coming from. And they be rolling that in Phillies back in the day.
Yeah.
And they call it wet.
Yeah,
wet.
And there'd be a choo-choo line on the block.
Yeah. Jokers looking to try to die.
4-1 like zombies.
Keep reading, Bubba Show.
Kind of call.
We gotta make it through this.
Because substances like U-47700 are often manufactured in illicit labs overseas, the identity, purity, and quality are unknown, creating a Russian roulette scenario for any user, the DEA said in a statement.
So this is made overseas. That's what it's saying. They're saying this is made overseas, and they go from overseas straight to Atlanta. Once again, the oppressor is the goddamn devil.
That's right.
That's right.
Salagia, J. Pedo, aka Officer Kashaka Banya Howard says Lord in Christ. He's sick, couldn't be here. He said, Shalom to the brothers. He said, what is great death? He said, great death.
Oh, he just coming.
He just now coming in. What is great death?
I know what Miss Howard.
Great death is something that Negroes is shooting and sniffing nowadays.
Right.
It's called feral fentanyl. Feral fentanyl, look it up. Oh, I'll send you the link. How about that? I send you the article. So I thought you was in the bed. That's why I ain't send it to you. I thought you was in the bed. That's
He
my
said
bad.
great death.
Yeah.
What's that?
Great
Drywall and cake mix.
Yeah, it looked like concrete mix. What we get?
Shortly after the
Overseas. That's what we was talking
Yeah,
about.
overseas.
That's what we was on.
Okay, overseas.
So it's made overseas and it's dropped off in Atlanta and going to Alabama. I can cut this short. It's going to a neighborhood near you, a black neighborhood near you. So they're creating this stuff overseas to throw you off. In a sense, that's what it is. It's to throw you off, to get blacks and Hispanics, Native Americans, to get hooked on another drug, yet another one, right? To keep you from following the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.
Right.
Because if you follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, you will soon be off of the bottom and on the top. But obviously, devils overseas don't want you to do that. And your government that you voted for is allowing these people to do this.
Right.
It ain't no secret. It's right here in front of you. It's right here in front of you. All you gotta do is open your eyes. Joe Biden is letting this stuff come into your community. What's that scripture? I think it's Jeremiah 14:2. The gates there of language.
Con.
Is that it?
Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourneth in the
Give me
gates there of language.
somebody give me that. Somebody give me that book. That's so right for right now. We'll be reading.
Right.
If you could just go on your phone and pull it up. Somebody.
Con.
It's the book of Jeremiah.
You got computers in your hand for a reason.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. All our writings have it. It's the book. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
Negroes in Atlanta are mourning.
Right.
And the gates thereof what?
Languish.
The people who are supposed to be on watch language. Your Jesse Jacksons, your Al Sharptons, I can't say Barack Obama, he ain't us. But the people that are in charge of these cities are mostly black and democratic. And they are letting these drugs flow into your city. The gates thereof language. The gates supposed to keep people out. The gates supposed to keep you safe. The gates language. They're letting great death into your neighborhood. Word. Shock. It's crazy out here, man. Great death. Just take a snapshot of your city right now.
Right.
And when that great death get here, watch the change.
Right.
It's in Atlanta right now. Ohio and PA. It's soon to be in Jersey City, and no, it's probably there right now. It's there right now. We just don't know what's going on. It's a damn shame. Keep reading, I ask.
Con.
Oh, it's like, is that in the scripture?
Yeah, that's it. Ain't no more now.
That's it. All right,
Yeah, ain't no more.
keep reading, book. Sure.
Con. Shortly after the DEA took action, Gilchrist and her colleagues began noticing the appearance of new fentanyl-like drugs. By changing the fentanyl molecule slightly, Gilchrist said, foreign chemists may be skirting U.S. laws and exporting drugs faster than the DEA can regulate them.
So they changed the chemical makeup of the drug. That way, the DEA or whoever's supposed to be looking out for this drug don't know what it is.
Right.
That's why it's making it through.
So lock yourself. They can't regulate them, then it's damn near basically legal. Then.
It's free. It's good to go.
Right.
Man.
Moreover, Some of these substances are far stronger than.
You mess around and get caught with the drug, and they testing it. What it said, right? They testing it, and they don't know what it is. So you get caught with the drug and get let go.
Right.
Yet you out here sprinkling all your pounds. A little dust, shake the bag up, and send it out the door. And then you not knowing, roll a joint, like, yo, this is fire.
Right.
It's fire, all right.
Right.
You can mess around and smoke that thing and not wake up again.
This might be your last bag of Zaza yet. Oh, good night. Moreover, some of these substances are far stronger than fentanyl itself. A single flake of pure.
Oh man, give it to me, please. One more time.
Damn.
A single flake of pure carfenate.
What?
What the Salaki? Carfentanil.
Carfentanil.
A single flake of pure carfentanil can
Did they just change the name of the drug again? This one drug take on. It was noticing that
it was Fury fentanyl.
It was Fury fentanyl.
Fury fentanyl.
Now it's
carfentanil.
Carfentanil
Can tranquilize a 2,000-pound elephant.
Tranquilize. It can make. So they got elephants on lean in the Sahara. The elephant like this.
If I may, sir, then we talk about what's that called, the bomber fluid?
Yeah.
Come.
Is that exactly what?
No, and bomber fluid is what they use for something that's dead already.
Oh, cons.
The tranquilizer is something else completely different.
Cons, sir. Okay.
So this you get a flake.
Oh.
No, man. If you put a flake on an elephant's trunk, you put his trunk in.
Done.
Elephant down like this.
Done. An elephant.
Drooling and everything. The elephant ain't gonna hit the floor. He's just gonna be like this.
Damn.
A flake of
Carfentanil.
Carfentanil.
Can tranquilize a 2,000-pound elephant, Kilcree said. The drug is 100 times more potent than fentanyl and 10,000 times more potent than morphine.
Nice.
Death.
Yeah, death.
Great.
100 times, that's a lot. 100 times more potent than fentanyl. He still didn't get to the point where I was trying to get to. And 10,000 more times potent than morphine. Read the next sentence, please.
Come. It can float through the air and be absorbed by touch, and has been found in some mixes of gray death, Kilcree said.
Damn.
If you think carfentanil is scary, there are actual compounds in the literature that are more potent, Lula said. A lethal dose is not even visible to the eye. She added, that gives me the chills.
A lethal dose isn't even visible to the eye. So you can't even. So say a cop pull you over. You got this stuff in the car. And it's on the bottle. So you pick up the bottle of water, because the cops is nosy. You'll pick the bottle of water up, touch the top with doses that you can't see.
Right.
It's there. That goes into their skin. Mm-hmm. The cop is done.
Yep.
Or you're done. Or the kid that lives in the house with you, that you sell drugs out of, is finished. Is that done?
Come.
So
Okay. This ain't even, this is in the scripture. This isn't in the article that I was reading. How I got onto this, I'm listening to the news, and it was talking about how this great death, they got for fentanyl overdoses and the heroin overdoses, they got the Narcan.
Right.
Narcan bring people back to life.
Yeah.
Right.
Narcan doesn't work.
Damn.
With this right here.
damn.
Wow.
That's what I was trying to get. I thought it was going to go on and didn't go into. Good. Narcan does not work with great death. With Fury fentanyl, carfentanil, carfentanil, whatever, how you say it, concrete mix, it doesn't work. Y'all want to keep getting high? I advise you not to do it, but there's some stuff you ain't coming back from, and great death is one of them.
Right.
You're not coming back from that.
Good night.
And who knows what it's actually doing to you on the inside?
Right.
Only time to tell. I was watching some lady on the news, not on the news, on the commercial today, and I'm looking at her. And it was a commercial about something completely different. And I'm looking at her, I said, she's spent her whole life getting high.
Right.
I could tell.
Right.
So I'm looking at her, I said, she spent her whole damn life getting high.
I can tell.
And
Right?
she finally got herself together, or whatever it is together. She finally got herself together, got herself a little job, and now she can walk around as if she didn't get high. But I could see a drug addict.
Right. Right.
Carfentanil, Fury fentanyl, great death. I see there's some lady that get on that's at my job. That I tell you I work with the public. She is bent all the way over 90 degrees. Spine. Spine and curved all the way over.
God.
And she talked to me like this. Like, it's a lot. Is getting high that important? Like, you see somebody like that, you say, I want to be like just like them. She literally talks like this. She talks to me like this. Speaking, I'm talking to her back, and then she puts her head down and then walks off. It's insane. Go ahead.
Like, man, there's a brother in the hood in my area. Dope got him in a permanent 45-degree angle. He can't even straighten up.
That's 90.
Yeah.
No, 45 is.
Well, no, 90.
Like
he's
this.
at a 90
This is
degree.
90.
Well, shit. He's at a 120-degree angle.
Yeah.
Because he's like
He
damn
always
near,
out.
he damn near headbutting his kneecap.
Okay.
But that's how he walked.
Right.
And that's how he talk. He do this.
Yeah.
When he talks to you, he pick his head up like this. He can't even do this.
Right.
He been leaked over for so many years from the drugs.
Down, man.
It's so disheartening.
Kashaka Boy said, this is a sad day for our people because we try everything once. True.
Not great death.
Yeah, they're going to try it every day.
It'll be your first will be your last time trying.
Go out with a bang.
Yeah.
Workers of witchcraft and Negroes want to try this. Right. It's somebody selling this.
This is worse than that.
And they put this in the dope, and some fool going to think he's going to kill the game with that.
Facts.
No, he's going to literally kill the game.
Because they scratching their heads like, how is it this color? They like, what they do?
That's the new body bag, right?
Right.
Go ahead.
So Salaki, so it says here that it can float through the air and be observed by a touch.
Absorbed, yeah.
So that means that if you know somebody that get high or something, you can't even let them jokers around.
You came
in contact with us like, yo, what's up?
It's on you.
It's over.
And now you're done.
Like you said about the water bottle getting pulled over. You touched it, cop touched it. Y'all both done up, but it's over.
Damn.
Float through the air, and it can be a lethal dose.
A flake.
Yeah, that's some mad scientist.
If I may, put the matches back on.
Yeah.
Right.
Gloves.
You know what I'm saying? Gloves and shit.
Gonna look like Squid Game.
Damn. Crazy.
Damn, bitch, done.
Airborne heroin. It's crazy.
Slavery is a choice. You being a slave to these damn drugs is a choice.
Right.
You don't have to pick up drugs. You don't have to keep getting high. You don't have to do that. It's a choice. You want to be a slave to a drug, that's on you. You can quit today. There's many things out here that will help you quit. I'll help you quit. These brothers in here help you quit. Commander Juliana help you quit.
Right.
Quit. Because there's going to be a new drug tomorrow. It's going to be even more lethal than great death. It's going to be even more lethal than that. And they taking this and mixing it and the marijuana. They take it and mix it in pills. They take it and mix it inside every damn thing. And they might be dipping cigarettes in it now. Who knows? It's insane. Go ahead.
Yeah, Salaki, yeah, definitely, because you know people smoke after each other.
Yeah,
Cut me
I
down,
forgot about that.
cut me down on that. Let me hit that mile.
I forgot about the miles. It might be in the Black and Miles now. You don't know what somebody doing. Salaki, let me get back to you. Somebody give me Jeremiah 2:14.
2:14.
Mm-hmm.
From the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14. Is Israel a servant?
Is Israel a servant? This is the Most High asking. Is Israel a damn servant? Are you a damn crackhead? Are you a damn heroin addict? Are you? Is that what the Most High intended for you to be? When Jacob was roaming the earth, did he intend for you to be a goddamn crackhead?
Sir.
Read it again.
From the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14. Is Israel a servant?
Is Israel a servant? Is Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans a damn servant? Are you a slave? I ain't no goddamn slave. I fight a slave mind daily. And I'm fighting my own goddamn mind. I'm fighting my own mind to the point the minute I start thinking about a slave, thinking about putting myself on
Right.
Put myself on restriction, Mom, sir.
Calm, sir.
You know what? It's 2 weeks in the hole for you because you was thinking about being a goddamn slave.
Right.
You was thinking about doing something slavish, knowing that you're better than that.
Right.
Keep reading. Read it from the top, and we're gonna stay there for a minute. Keep going.
Read from top.
Please.
Is Israel a servant?
Is Negroes a goddamn servant? Negroes, it seems to be Negroes love being slaves. I work on my job, and all they talk about is in the next 20 years,
Right.
they're gonna do this. In the next 30 years, their paycheck gonna look like this.
Right.
Damn.
I want my paycheck to look like that and more now.
Right.
And I'm going to do everything in my power to make my paycheck look like we talking about. I'm not waiting 20 years. I'm not waiting to get a pension
Right.
from the devil for me to be living life how I want to live. I'm not waiting until I'm 65 years old to experience going on vacation for 2-3 weeks at a time. I'm not waiting for our oppressor to give me permission to do that. I was talking to my son yesterday, right? Talking to my son and my wife. My son was doing something he was doing something for school, and the subject of slavery came up. And I told my son, I said, son, I was never a slave. He looked at me and laughed. I said, for real, never a damn slave. So I was never a slave. I was always a runaway. I never did a day on anybody's plantation picking up nothing and putting down nothing. I didn't pick up and put down nothing nowhere at no point in history. My son laughing. I said, if you watch a slave movie, if you look off in the distance, you'll see me running. I said, you're going to see me doing a light job past the screen because I was never nobody's slave.
God.
You want to know how I know? Because I'm not a slave now.
That's right.
That's right.
Right? I'm not a slave now. Everything I think about doing, I think about not being a damn slave. And I try to bring people along with me. If people don't want to come with you, you just keep it moving.
Right.
Slavery is a goddamn choice, and it's up to you. It's up to you to break free of this plantation. It's up to you. Now, you can't do it by yourself. You need the Lord's help.
That's right.
Read the scripture again, Bubba Shah.
Come from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14. Is Israel a servant?
Is Israel a servant? Israel is not a servant. The Most High didn't choose you for you to be in slavery. Keep reading, Bubba Shah.
Come. Is he a homeborn slave?
Are you in America just to be a slave? Have you been born here? Salaki, from the beginning of time. Were you born here? Like, give me something that's American. That's
Like that.
produce here. Just produce here, like plant. Corn.
Willow tree.
Willow tree. Were you? Did you originate as a slave from birth? You did not. The Most High meant for you to be better than that, and it's up to you to be better than that. Slavery is a choice. I hope you choose freedom. The only way you're gonna get freedom is through the Most High. Follow the Most High's law, statutes, commandments. If you don't follow His law, statutes, commandments, you will be a slave to anything. You be a slave to that woman. You be a slave to that white, to our oppressor. You will be a slave to great death. It's up to you to break free of this slavery.
Right.
With that, men of Israel, I imagine.
Last minute, though, that's wild.
Yeah.